Today we're looking at role-based access control, or RBAC for short. Now, the idea behind RBAC is that you can add kind of custom claims to your user's JWT and encode some information like, for example, a user level or a user role. So that would be the role-based access control onto their authenticated JWT. Now, in Supabase, there is now an auth hook that allows you to modify the JWT anytime the token is issued. And so this is the preferred approach for implementing custom claims and role-based access control in Supabase. So what we can do here in this example is we're implementing kind of a Slack clone. So in Slack, we have normal users, we have moderators and administrators. So in our case here, in our example, we can jump in this here real quick. So we have normal users. Hello, I'm a user. And the normal users can, send messages, and they can delete messages, that they sent themselves. But they can't, delete other people's messages. They can also create channels, user channel, and they can delete the channels that they've created, but they can't delete any other channel. So that is kind of the sort of simple access control that we want to implement. Now, let's say we're an admin here. So in this case, the admin can delete everyone's messages, everyone's channel. So this channel was created by the moderator, but can be deleted by the admin. And then also as well, we can delete everyone's messages. Now the last one. So the moderator can delete their own channels and everyone's messages, even the admin's messages here, but can't delete the channels that they didn't create themselves. Okay, so let's have a look at how we can implement this. So what we're doing here in this case is we're creating kind of app permissions, so channel delete, message delete, as well as app roles, in this case admin and moderator. And then we're creating a table for the user roles and a table for the permissions. Now what we can do is we can take a look. So I have this running locally. We can take a look at our local admin studio and have a look in here. So we have our user roles, which basically is a mapping of the users to specific roles. And then also we have the role permissions here, channel delete and such. Now, how we're implementing the access control is via this auth hook in combination with role level security policies. So if we jump in our code real quick, we can see here we can write this function. So we can write it either in PG SQL, so that is kind of the best performance, but we can also write it in JavaScript using PLV8 if we want to. So you can jump into the docs if you want to look at that. But so here we're just using a SQL function. We're defining, declaring kind of a user role. So by specifying this custom access token hook, and later in the UI registering this hook, we can then have it run anytime a token is issued. And so in our case here, then we're checking if the user is, has a specific role. So basically we're doing a select of the user role from the public roles table, where the user ID is the event user ID. And then what we can do is if they have a user role, if it's not null, we then encode it as JSONB, the user role here onto the claims. And then in the end, we simply set the claims on our event, and then we return the event. And so this is how we can modify the JWT anytime it is being issued. And then importantly, we also need to give some access to Supabase Auth admin, some usage grants, some execution grants for the function, and then also it follows the normal RLS policies. So since we have policies on the user roles, in this case, we want to grant Supabase Auth admin to be able to read these roles. Okay, and so then when we have this hook in place, what this means is anytime a user signs up, a user logs in, if they have a specific user role in that user roles table, it will be encoded in the JWT. Now to enable the auth hook in the dashboard, navigate to the authentication settings. In there, select the auth hooks currently in beta, and then select the schema and here the custom access token hook. Enable the hook and give that a save. Now in local development mode, these settings won't be available in the dashboard, but rather you can configure this in the config.toml in your Supabase folder. So here at the auth.hook.customaccesstoken setting, set enable to true, and then specify the URI to the PG functions, Postgres on the public schema, and then select the custom access token hook, and then make sure to restart the Supabase CLI. Now, what this means is that when we want to write our access roles, maybe we can jump into the docs to make that a bit more visible here. So in our RLS policies, we can then, for example, write a function to look up, if they have a specific permission available. So we can write this authorize function here, where we just pass in the requested permission and the user ID, and then we can do a simple lookup where we just count, okay, for this specific permission that was requested, does this role that the user have, in the auth.jwt, we can access the JWT user role, is it available? So basically, is it a count larger than 0? And if that is the case, then what we can do is we can create policies that basically check, okay, so in order to be able to delete channels and delete messages, we basically here for channels, we need the channels.delete permission, and for messages, we need the messages.delete permission. And so that is pretty much it. That is how we can implement the role level security policies with the custom claims together to enable, role-based access control. Now, one thing to note is that in our front end, the modification of the JWT is not reflected in the auth response. So you will need to read out the user role from the JWT itself. So you can decode the JWT and then get the user role from the JWT to indicate kind of, statuses in your front end. May it be, your React application or even, in your middleware on your server, you can just decode the JWT and check the user role or, whatever you called the claim that you customized, custom claim you set on the role. I hope this was helpful. We'd love to hear your feedback on the auth hooks approach. It is definitely the most performant approach for modifying the JWT and kind of adding custom claims on the fly. So we hope you'll find that useful, and let us know in the comments below what you want to learn next, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.